From mamas and puppies in need of foster to mamas and puppies who have graduated from foster, we have so many incredible tales of survival on today's show. We're going to tell you all about that and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this Saturday. Now, as we've been saying on the show, puppy season is in full swing, and we have had so many puppies come through our doors and their mamas into our shelter this year, and it is truly astounding. Today we have two pups whose family has been saved thanks to your support. And as always, we have some amazing transformations of pets who were sick and injured, but now thriving thanks to the incredible work our staff and volunteers do. We'll introduce you to handsome Stitch here in just a bit. Plus, we have a few more puppies who were rescued from a partner shelter that are ready for their forever homes. Oh my goodness, can't wait for it. And speaking of it, one of those puppies just so happens to be in the picture we're showing, Lisa. What an adorable crew. Who is this little cutie? She's been nonstop.
She is wild. You wouldn't know it, but her name is Blue, and you're going to meet her sibling later who's named Brownie, so don't ask me how we come up with these names. But she was just a little pipsqueak when she first arrived at the shelter. We brought them in from our partners out at the Navajo Nation who needed some help, were overwhelmed with puppies, and we obliged by taking in this little adorable fluff ball. This little girl had just some tummy troubles when she first came in. They weren't feeling well. We had them run through to get checked out by our veterinarians, and now they are spunky and happy, and they have fat little bellies thanks to their foster family. At 9 weeks old, they are now ready for adoption. At the Arizona Humane Society, all of our puppies get microchipped, spayed or neutered, and they do also get their first vaccination. Depending on how long they've been with us, they may have 1 or 2 vaccines. But puppies require a whole puppy series, just like you did when you were a baby infant. You require a series of vaccinations before you are fully vaccinated. And it's so important. Just because they've got that 1 or 2 from us, you are not done. We have vaccine clinics. If you go to azhumane.org/vaccine, we have vaccine clinics for low cost where they waive the office visit, so you don't have quite as an expense to keep up with them. Or you can, of course, get them into your own private veterinarian if that's easier and closer for you. They don't have to come back. But they do need those vaccinations so that they are covered against parvo and distemper and all kinds of terrible things that affect puppies and even adult dogs if they didn't get their appropriate vaccine series as puppies. So Sabrina gave these guys a bath, our groomer, and they are now fluffy and cuddly, and they're just waiting for you guys. And as long as you just have ready for a few puppy bites. But they love bites, I promise.
Oh my goodness, that belly, so cute. And you know what? Have to say happy birthday, Lisa. I hope you have a wonderful day. Woo woo, indeed. And Janine, you're no stranger to little kitties and how just a few weeks of medication and care can make a big difference. It certainly looks like it's helped Felix here. Look at that before picture.
Oh, Felix is feeling 100% better. Look at him. He is beautiful. He was brought to an emergency animal clinic, and our field team picked him up, and we took him to our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital to have his upper respiratory infection diagnosed and treated, and then he went into a foster home where he got to have a home environment to feel much better, and that's where they just thrive. And look at his beautiful coat. He's so pretty. He's just a little on the shy side, but he's loving this toy. I always suggest anyone that gets a kitten, you have to get this toy. They all love it. It is like the most interactive, perfect thing, and this is what's been bringing him out of his shell, just sitting here on the table. It was just a silly little toy. But you know, him being a stray, I want to bring to attention a trap neuter return program, because we need to take care of our community cats, and the trapping them and neutering them and putting back into their colonies where they can live out their, because they're unsocialized, they're not domesticated, but they want to live their best life. And when you do this, this is a perfect way to control their population, and also you control unwanted behaviors, howling, hissing, fighting, spraying, all those things that an unneutered male will probably, irritate you. That is, if you start early on, when if you get them neutered immediately, do not wait for them to keep having litters and litters and litters. So go on somanycats.org, and there's tons of information on how to help your community cats.
Absolutely, it is so important, and it is incredible that people don't understand kittens can have babies starting at 4 months old. So please get the resources while you can. And we want to introduce you to Biggie. Don't his eyes just melt your heart? He is an AHS long-timer who's been with us since November of last year. He is an adorable 2-year-old male boxer and Carolina dog mix. When he arrived at AHS, he had some fractured teeth that needed dental work. Currently, he has a medical disclosure for recent extractions and might need some help brushing and monitoring his teeth in the future. This adorable pup is full of energy and ready for a forever home filled with lots of physical activities. He would love to live in a home where he can have lots of adventures, including hikes and long walks. Biggie's adoption fee is waived. We also want to give a shout out to Run Buddy Mobile, who helps our pets get their wiggles out like Biggie here. You can learn more about this sweet pup at azhumane.org/adopt or meet him in person at our South Mountain location. Oh my goodness, and we have an absolutely gorgeous dog here who is maybe a little bit on the shy side, but I know he's going to be an absolute wonderful to any family, in addition to any family, right, Perry?
This beautiful, beautiful husky is Nor, and he's 5 years old, and he came to AHS as an injured stray from an emergency animal clinic. And so he's had a little bit of a rough time. He had some hip pain and some minor wounds, and so we helped him with walking and healing. And he's a little bit shy. He's very gentle. He leans in for pets, so he's loving. He just is just a really gentle dog, and he would make somebody a wonderful, wonderful pet. So Nor is just a wonderful big dog.
Very big dog, 59 pounds. And we'd like to thank everybody who came out for our big dog special last weekend. It was 50 pounds and heavier. And throughout my years of volunteering, I have never quite seen it as bad as it is now with large dogs. They just are not moving like they used to, whether it's a personal preference that's now happening with people going smaller, or whether it's maybe the housing issue where people are not living in places that allow larger dogs. But with the special we had of the dogs that were actually qualified, who were 50 pounds or more and who were available during that special, all but 10 went home. That's really, really good. So we really, really thank everybody who came out and found a home for a loving animal like this. Big dogs are awesome. When I was a kid, people used to say, well, that's not a dog, one of these little thighs, that's not a dog, this is a dog. And I still feel that way. I love all dogs, but this guy is wonderful. If you are a renter and maybe that's the problem, try to work with your landlord. If it's a 50-pound weight limit and you're looking at a 45-pounder, ask them if they can make a 5-pound, leeway and go out and adopt, because they really do need homes. Go to our website right now. We still have a lot of dogs. It's filled up right again. Go to our website, azhumane.org/adopt, and check out all the big doggies we have.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that reminder, Perry. It is critical to get these big dogs moving. And we absolutely love our critter friends here on POP, and this lovely girl looks silky smooth, Bree.
I am so absolutely in love. This is Drip Drop, and Drip Drop, soft and loving as can be, was actually found abandoned in an apartment complex with 2 other dogs. So what Perry was talking about is true. And it just breaks my heart that somebody had to make that choice. And of course, always call us first if you're making some tough decision like that. Don't leave them abandoned. This one had to be treated for malnourishment. Great care from our vets, thank goodness. And now Drip Drop is ready for adoption. And oh my goodness, what an absolute sweetheart. She is so sweet and she is so cuddly and kind, which I mean is so great because she was found abandoned. So I mean, it's just really wonderful to see this. We have upcoming teen camps. And so if your teen, ages 14 to 17, are really interested in animals, really love animals, and really think that they maybe want a career in it or they want to volunteer in the future, this is such a great opportunity to allow them to have a chance to know how to handle critters, cats, dogs. I mean, there's so many awesome opportunities with our camps. So I highly recommend it if you've got an animal lover that's between the ages of 14 and 17. So just go to azhumane.org/humane teens.
Absolutely, it is a wonderful program. We also want to wish you a happy belated birthday, Bree. And for those who aren't able to adopt, fostering is always a wonderful way to help homeless pets in need. We'll introduce you to this little one and how you can help if she doesn't swim away first. So make sure to stay tuned. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, like we always mention, fostering is an absolutely incredible way to welcome a pet in your home that fits your schedule and your family. Carrie, oh my goodness, they're going to have their hands full, but it's a handful of cuteness.
It is, and Kelsey, we've been trying to figure out what is this dog. Might have some Doberman, probably some blue tick hound in there, but ultimately it looks like a hippopotamouse. It's got the coloring of a hippo. It's got some really cute wrinkles, the tail of a mouse. We're just not sure what he is, but what he does need is a foster home. This puppy is only 9 weeks old, and we are celebrating Foster Puppy Palooza this month with all of these kiddos that need to find homes. This puppy came to us as a stray. He came as a singleton, and he needs an entropion surgery, which is a surgery to correct one of his eyelids. He also needs to gain a little bit of weight, get neutered, and probably in about 3 weeks, he'll be ready to go up for adoption. Whoever gets this puppy is going to get wiggles, wags, and all things in between. Such a cute guy. You know, we've had over 30 puppies come in just this week that need foster homes. So there is puppies for everyone. If you want a single, if you would like a double, Perry fosters up to 4. So don't worry, he just returned his this week, and I'll be sending more to his house soon, but we really could use your help. Puppies are great first case. They just need love, food, a safe place to be. In this kiddo's case, he's going to need a lot of exercise, some place to run around. This is a great age for socialization. This is really when dogs learn how to interact with humans. So working with him to show him love, handling, all those things that we really want bigger dogs to be good at later on in life. So AHS will provide any medicine that's needed. We'll provide supplies, food. Puppies need lots of toys, things to keep their minds active. But most of all, they need your loving arms. So we hope that you will join our Puppy Palooza this month and step forward to foster a dog.
It is truly a puppy palooza. That is so true. And speaking of puppy fosters, we have some absolutely incredible puppy fosters that have benefit from foster, including this not so little one. What is Ophelia's story, Janine?
She came in with her mom, and she was, they went to the maternity suite. They were 2 weeks old. Their eyes barely opened up. I mean, they were just precious little, they look like little chicken nuggets there. I mean, it is so cute. But now she's 10 weeks old, 17 pounds. So basically, she's a Mastiff, and they are known affectionately as the gentle giants. They need a little exercise, but they really could live in a smaller home. But she, of course, is a puppy, so she's got lots of energy. And this is the time, you know, to introduce them to puppy parties, and that gets them social, because with a breed this big, you want to start getting control of them early on. But they love their families, they love kids. they're pretty good with learning tricks and, but not really the most intelligent of breed, but they're just so sweet. And look at this face. I mean, all this wrinkly skin. She is just a doll. I just love her to death. So if you want just a big, sweet, just squishy dog that you can just roll around the carpet with, this is going to be your girl. And she's just already social. She's perfect.
Oh, absolutely. And a perfect example of lives saved in our maternity suites. Already this year, we've had over 120 mom dogs and puppies in that area. It's absolutely incredible. It's astounding. So thank you for that. I'll leave you to it with the puppy kisses. And don't change that channel. We have a very sweet girl who has done a great job of raising her family, and now it's time to find one of her own. We'll introduce you to Honey when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we just saw a pup who benefit from having a safe space to grow big and strong in, and will this sweet girl also benefit from a quiet space while helping pups of her own grow big and strong, as we can see there. Lisa, she is a little shy but very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet, just like her name says. Her name is Honey, and she came into us with 4 puppies. So you can kind of see here, she is drawn to all the little ones in the studio. A little bit shy, but her foster did such a great job with her, and she came back shiny, and she's not super skinny anymore, which is a big feat given that that foster cared for her and her 4 puppies to get big and strong, and she looks lovely now. So it is Honey's turn to be the foster. It is her turn to get a home where she can be the baby. These babies are all happy, healthy, and up to speed, up for adoption, and she is just looking for a home. So if you think that you guys can do a foster at home with a mom and puppies, it would be wonderful. We only have about 3 maternity suites kennels, so when we are full, we struggle to find quiet spots for moms and their puppies to raise the little ones at the shelter. So in our new shelter at Papago campus, we are going to have 6 kennels, so we will double our space, but that won't eliminate the need for moms and puppies to need foster homes. It's a lot to raise your little ones at a shelter where everybody's barking. It is a wonderful experience for you and your family. It's good for the kids, teaches everybody responsibility, and AHS takes care of all the food and everything. So that when they're ready to come back, you just schedule them back into the shelter. So Honey here, it's her turn to be the baby. You know how I love the black and tans, so come on down and meet Honey, 2-year-old. She is done with motherhood, spayed now, and ready to just be somebody's baby.
Oh my goodness, and she was such a good mama, and she's going to be a great baby as well. Thank you so much for that. And speaking of mama pups, we want to introduce you to Cookie. Look at this photo. This is just days before she gave birth in our maternity suites. I think a lot of moms out there can relate. As it turns out, Cookie gave birth to 10 puppies who happened to be the first puppies born in shelter in 2024. We absolutely cannot get over just how adorable these little ones are. We're excited to announce that they arrived on January 8th. And we want to introduce you to Cookie and her Sprinkles. These are 10 American Pit Bull Terrier puppies that were born in our maternity suites. The litter was born after their 2-year-old mama that we just saw was rescued by our emergency animal medical technicians when their previous owner unfortunately could not afford to care for her any longer. Upon examination in our animal trauma hospital, they discovered, of course, that she is quite pregnant, admitted her into our mutt suites, and she gave birth a few days later. Cookie is still looking for a foster hero home to be able to raise her little ones, where she can have an even more quiet space to be able to make sure that they grow big and strong. Can you help moms and puppies like them? If so, visit azhumane.org/foster to sign up. And we saw this cuties before picture earlier. He's always been handsome, but he's even more handsome now, even though he's a little bit grumpy. You know, maybe he woke up on the wrong side of the kennel today.
He has the cutest little face. He's kind of giving me the side eye right now. He's not a fan of the studio, which I totally understand. There's a lot of bright lights and all these critters going around and all these humans. But this little sweetheart has been through a lot. He is about 12 weeks old. He has long hair. And oh my goodness, he reminds me of my very first cat, Cloudy. So I am totally in love. But this sweet thing has been attacked by a dog. and we had to check for fractures in his little head, in his face, and in his mouth, and he did have a cracked tooth that he had to have removed, and if you can look carefully, he had to have his lip fixed. So the poor thing has been through a lot for being only 12 weeks old. But he would love to have a wonderful house that's patient with him. He's a little bit of a rough player, so having something like this little ball or having like a kicker toy would be amazing. But somebody that's understanding that he might give you love bites. Speaking of fun and playing with others, you've got something to share with us.
Another great event is coming up for beer lovers, and it will be with KUPD and Four Peaks Brewing Company. Come and join us on January 24th, which is next Wednesday, and we'll be unveiling the Cha-Ching Chavez beer. And all donations that day at that event will be doubled thanks to John Holmberg. And you can find more information on this at azhumane.org/events.
Absolutely, it's going to be a fun time, and we love our KUPD friends. Thank you so much for that, ladies. And speaking of friends, oh my goodness, look at this big head, Perry. I can't get over it. Who is this sweet boy?
Appropriately named Saguaro, because this guy had a run-in with a cactus. We seem to get those every year. Even our own Pets on Parade director, Christina, adopted a dog named Prickly Pear. We get them every year, it seems. They have running with cactuses. Went through our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital. Got him all out. He's doing really, really, really well now. He's a little bit timid. You can imagine going through what he did, but he's a wonderful boy, and he has got a big head. The adoption events we're having one today until 3 p.m. It is the Bake Brothers in the Flower Shop. It's a great event. Come on out and see all the adoptable doggies. We're going to have their 10% of the proceeds are going to go back to the Arizona Humane Society. So thank the Bake Brothers in the Flower Shop for that. Adoption events are fun. It's a great atmosphere. It's always very, very happy. It's very leisurely. Come on out. Check them out. Again, go to our website, azhumane.org/events for more details.
Oh my goodness, so cute. Can't get over it. Thank you so much for that. And make sure to stay tuned. We have more puppy cuteness coming your way. Welcome back to the show. Now we're definitely looking forward to warmer weather just a little bit. Let's not get too crazy. And April will definitely be the perfect time to hit the links, Lisa.
That's right. We are having a wonderful golf event that everybody needs to start thinking about now. The weather's getting warmer, and we have one of our wonderful donors, Jamie, put together the 4th annual Home-in-One golf tournament, and it's a great way to get out, spend the day. Of course, there is puppies there, and you have a great afternoon in the sun. And I don't know, let's hope this sweet girl isn't still there, but she was an owner surrender because of a little family feud. Lily here didn't get along with her roommate. So she is so sweet and wagging. I'm not really sure it was her problem, and she had a few bite wounds, but she has been all fixed up and on some antibiotics that'll go home with you. She is just the sweetest, most gentle thing. She might just need to go slow with new dogs.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, don't worry, we're not showing the same dog twice. It looks like we are, but that's a different dog than what you showed earlier. And speaking of great fundraising events, it's never too early to talk about our largest fundraiser of the year, Janine.
Compassion with Fashion. I've worked on this for 9 years on the committee. It is so fun and wonderful. You get sponsorships and silent auction items, and you do ticket and table sales. It sells out every year. We had 1,100 guests with a wait list of 100 people. It was crazy. And it was our 25th anniversary, so this year, 26th, yay! I can't wait. So just check on azhumane.org/events, and you can sign up for the committee, and you will have a great time. And this is Blue's little sibling, Brownie. Perfect name for this one, actually matches, and it's a little brindle, and he is on top of these treats. So definitely will be easy to train, and he's best disposition.
Oh my
and
gosh, look at
soft.
those little socks, so cute. Thank you for that, Janine. And before we end the show, we want to announce that earlier this week, the Arizona Humane Society, in partnership with Senator TJ Shope, introduced Senate Bill 1047. This is going to allow us to be able to protect pets by fortifying the state's animal cruelty laws. Senate Bill 1047 specifically defines cruelty to companion animals and helps us to be able to prevent things like this happening in the future. We're going to dive more into that, but until then, we'll see you right here next week on Pets on Parade.